Hey everyone, and welcome back. We are here again for another round of the GR Cup series, which today is at Okayama, a good, fun track. The strength of field is 1,618, and it's a 15-minute race as per usual, and I've qualified P10 on the grid, and that is with literally only, not even a full lap of practice, half a out lap. That's literally it. So I'm going to need to find a lot of time to be able to keep up with the guys ahead, but this race does get heated and there are some really good battles. But now, without further ado, let's head to the track for the GR Cup race at Okayama. And here we are, rounding the final two corners, but the leader's already gone. And now we go around the final corner. We've got a guy on our inside, and we are gonna go for it on the straight as the lights go green. We have cleared Grandy already, and there are cars in the pits who are probably going to be starting from there, wanting to avoid any of the lap 1 chaos. As we head into turn 1, we are super slow through here. This is one of the corners I didn't really get to practice as I only came out of the pit lane, but we are going on and we're going to have to get good at that corner, otherwise cars can gain heaps and heaps of time through there. But now we have Grandy 0.3 behind. The cars in front after that quick takeoff from the line have pulled a decent margin ahead, but they're going to be fighting, which is going to allow me to reel them in nice and quickly, or hopefully nice and quickly. But you can see through there, I'm still trying to figure out the best line and braking points for this car, as I've mainly raced around here in F4 and MX5, so I haven't done much or ever really raced in the Toyotas around here. So it's all about getting ready for it. But now we have Grandy pulling into the inside from our slipstream, but he doesn't go for it. He's not risking the dive bomb this early into the race. So we've kept him behind for now, but he is going to come into play much later. But there we go. There's already one car off the side of the track there, but now he's rejoined and he's side by side with Stacy or Keenan. I don't know which one it is. It's one of the two, but maybe a 3 wide up there. No. Cruz just in front backs out of it. But now Stacy's gone too deep, and Cruz has gone down the inside, but now he's on the outside. And these guys are going at it already, and they are going to continue to go at it for a long time. But now we head around the final two corners here, into the final corner now. We are right behind Cruz, and as I said, we have gained on them, even though they were 1.5 ahead because of their fighting. But now we go, there's smoke, and Keenan and Stacy have come together on the straight. And one of them, I can't tell which one, I think Stacy, was taken out on the straight, and that's a bit sad. On the straight as well. That is pretty sad, but we can't watch the replay yet, because look at this. We're all over the back of Cruz now. We had an incredible run through that first corner in comparison to him. I still don't think it was that good, but in comparison to Cruz, it was brilliant. And we have dropped Keenan behind and Grandy, who were fighting a little bit, into turn 1. Now you can see we are right up behind Cruz, but we're not going to go for the move. We're going to bide our time and wait for the better opportunity with the slipstream into turn, or whatever, I was going to say turn 1, but whatever corner this is. And you can see we have the run. We're going to pull to the inside from the slipstream. We now have the side draft, and we're going to slowly gain and gain, keeping as close to him as possible so we can have as wide an entry into the corner. We brake nice and late, hold the apex, and there's nothing he can do. He has to drop in behind us, and that is us up a place into the top 5 positions, might I add. Because of those accidents, we're into P5. But now we run it a little bit wide into the left-hander, which is going to allow Cruz a run on the inside, but he has a little error on the exit, which makes him drop behind and allows me the space to come to the inside and defend. And then through that corner, even on the defensive line, Cruz can't gain as he goes a little bit wide and deep, and you just can't reel back in that time. So we are okay for now. That threat of Cruz is behind us for the moment as we head into the final corner to start lap 3. Keenan is also quite close there. He is within Cruz's slipstream, 0.4 of a second, so he's going to come into play. But anyway, here is the replay of what happened to Stacy then. You can see they're side by side into the corner, but then we go from Keenan's view, and I think Stacy might have just come across by accident and cleaned him up, or got turned around his nose. But anyway, now we have a look at my overtake, which lasted 2 corners. We sat behind him nice and patient there, not wanting to push ourselves into a mistake, keeping it nice and clean and then we pulled into a slipstream on the exit with the better run as well, which just allowed us to gain and gain. He had no response for us whatsoever. It was too late for him to defend. So now you can see we are down the inside. And we have committed to the move now. There's no way we're backing out of it. We break later than him, and we head into the apex, and there's nothing he can do about it. And we were up the position, and I was really, really pleased with that overtake. Seriously, I was happy with that. But now we head on to the live action on lap 3, and Cruz and Keenan are going to be fighting each other into this corner. You can see Keenan Cruz almost goes straight into the back of us, which allows Keenan down the inside, but Cruz is going to hold the inside onto the following corner. And they are going at it, giving each other tooth and nail for this P6 position. And I am, well, being thankful for this, as it's allowing me to pull away just the slightest bit and peel off and create a gap, which is going to help me in the long run as they continue to fight throughout the race. But there, Cruz runs it a little bit wide, almost makes contact with Keenan, who's going to look for the switchback, but Cruz is going to defend quite well, and Keenan is just going to have to drop in behind him. And you can see the yellow and blue car in the background is looming closer, and he will also come into play. That is Grandy from early in the race. But now, as we're heading down the back straight, Cruz has got our slipstream where he's forcing us to go defensive so we don't give up the position. And yet again, he's on the outside, which has allowed Keenan up down the inside, and they're going to be side by side into this corner. And we managed to hold the position, but so does Cruz. And they are yet again fighting and fighting, and that's going to help us even create a bigger gap, even though they did reel us in a little bit there, because, I mean, our lap times are just not great, to be honest. They are better than Cruz's at the moment, and Keenan's, but they're still not great. But you can see we are now in a line of 4 cars, and Cruz is right on our rear, right on our gearbox. He's going to go to the inside for this little kink, and I'm going to have to give him the room. Otherwise, we would cause a collision, and into the final corner. We're side by side, too wide, keeping it nice and clean. Brilliant racing. Really, really good racing, but just on the outside of that corner, we have the better drive and the better exit, and we've managed to defend that position. But Cruz has Grandy now, who's overtaken Keenan all over him. And Cruz shapes to the inside even further inside than I thought he was able to go. And now Keenan runs it a little bit wide, and this is absolutely brilliant racing. 4 cars going at it into the final corner and T1, and this is just going brilliantly. This is really, really fun race, this one. But here we go again. This is Cruz and Keenan battling once more as they go, as Cruz, so he goes a little bit wide into that corner with me being defensive, and that allows Keenan a chance around the outside, which he doesn't quite grasp at that point, which then even allows Grandy an opportunity, as he's all caught up in it now. Only 3 cars behind me, and behind P5 really, as Cruz looks for an opportunity there but doesn't quite take it. And now Keenan is all over the back of him here, and you can see I am holding that inside line. I'm being very, very defensive, which is the reason Cruz got such a good exit there and had an opportunity down the inside. We had to give him the room, and actually from that view I gave him plenty room. And then into this final corner, I gave him plenty room. Really, really good clean racing from us. You see we're 2 wide in groups of 2, but Grandy gets past Keenan. Keenan's a little bit slow with less slipstream than the rest of us, and they can almost come together there on the straight as Cruz looks for the move down the inside, and then Keenan with the double overtake all the way around the outside, but he runs it a little bit deep, and that's caused him to be a bit slow, but he's just made the double overtake from P8 back into P6. This is absolutely amazing, as Grandy is all over the back of Cruz now. And that is how it's going to be for now. Still in our line of 4 with the car 5 places behind me, or 4 places behind me, gaining. And this could become a 5-car battle. And oh my, this at the time was really, really fun to race. But we got to forget about that, as Grandy is going for a move on Cruz. They're side by side down the straight. Cruz is a little bit ahead, but Grandy has the side draft. But now he's going to pull him behind. Maybe shape to the inside, but Cruz goes defensive, and Grandy's going for a move around the outside. Is he going to make it work? Is he going to get the switch back? We will never know, as we head on to lap 7, and the leaders now, P1 and 2, are going at it. This is from on board, from the 2nd place driver. He's going for a move around the outside, and this could be his only opportunity for the lead. Is he going to make the most of it? No, he is not, and that was his only chance for the lead, as the pole position driver who then continued to lead the rest of the race and just pull off into the distance. But here we are rounding the final bend to go and claim P5. What a race that was. That was super fun. Some really good close racing and good battles in that one. That was really fun. I enjoyed that one very much. But anyway, then here are the classified results from that race. You can see on the safety rating we gained 0.06 for 0 incidents. Really good. And 41 iRating, and that, okay, that's a bit painful. 1 away from 1800 is really, okay, it's a bit, it's like a tease. But you can see we finished in P5, gaining 5 positions, and our fastest lap was a 46 flat, which isn't too bad, but I could have made it much quicker had I had practice. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then click on this video on screen right now, which I'm sure you'll love.